What up, what up, what up? It's me, Magi Love of Get Lifted Entertainment.
Hey.
Here with my guy,
Rakeeb.
Rakeeb Wize. My guy, my Wise guy. What's good? Back in the A. This is not Atlanta though. We're in Snellville. Snellville.
Trying to get in
no trouble.
No smoke.
But so this is interesting because you and I, we've known each other. Graphic designer. Yep. No idea you had music. That came about, and now here we are, like years later, sitting next to each other, working with you on the music stuff.
For sure.
Interview. This is crazy.
We getting it done.
It's crazy though.
It is.
Is it like kind of?
It's like this history to make.
There you go. This is gonna be a huge part of our journey together.
For sure.
So I just wanted to sit down with you. And kind of go a little bit in depth when it comes to you as an artist. And I just got a few questions. Cause I know a little bit more than, what I'm saying, the average individual that would interview you, so I ain't gonna expose you too much. Nah, I'm just playing. But so
cars.
I know, yeah. No, this is can't see the question. But no, so we're gonna jump right into it. You done released Keeb, the project Keeb last year. You pushed plenty, Moonroof, Ocean Drive, videos, merch. Just recently put out Spin Back. Yeah. And now we're here.
We're here. We're live.
We are here. So, how you feeling? How you feeling with how your new year has started off as an artist?
I'm feeling focused, determined, just trying to do better than I did last year. Mm-hmm. Do better every day than I did the last day. Mm-hmm. So that's really the goal. I'm just trying to get better.
So if you were to have to, how you're on jobs and you gotta do like your year evaluation or your review for your raise or whatever, however they do it. Yeah. If you had to evaluate yourself from last year to this year, your work ethic and your artistry, how would you say you improved on?
Yeah.
And what do you feel like you can still grow?
I definitely feel like I can still grow, but I definitely acknowledge the growth that's transpired over these last couple months and last few years since I dropped the Ashes project into now. It's just like I would say it's a completely different space. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily, I got big goals and dreams, so it's like I'm not there yet where I want to be, but I'm definitely appreciative of the progress that I have made. So I think I definitely made progress, to answer your question.
Yeah, one thing about just being an individual person, right, is I feel like it's always important to reevaluate, like, okay, last year I did this. Yeah. I was great here. I'm still gonna implement that, right, and then move forward. So, with that being said, you did plenty, and then you spun it back,
yeah,
and dropped Spin Back. So, how do you determine when it comes to dropping a project, or even getting to the just point of I'm gonna write a song? Like, how do you determine what becomes a song?
What becomes a song? Mm-hmm. You mean like a little bit more? Like,
for instance, Spin Back.
Right. Why did I choose to drop it?
Yeah, like what put you in the mind frame of like, you know what?
I want to spin back.
Yeah, I want to spin back.
That just came from a lot of situations. Mm-hmm. There wasn't one situation in particular, and me and you talked about this the other day, but it just came from a lot of different scenarios and situations that I've been through, and I'm sure a lot of other people have been through, where it's like they, involved with somebody, and the loving is real good, the vibe is real good, whatever it is, and it's just very easy to spin right back. You know, some people you can just hang out with one time and it's like you never really think about them again.
Yeah.
And some people that you gotta keep spinning back for.
Now, you gotta keep spinning back.
I mean, you
think it's good to keep spinning back?
It depends.
Okay.
It can be good and it can be toxic. It can be bad.
There you go.
It can go either way.
So have you ever experienced the spin back and it be like, I should have kept spinning forward?
Yeah. A bunch of times. More times than I would have liked to.
Okay.
But you know, it's all a learning experience.
True.
I take it as that.
True.
For
Spinning forward. So, just still touching on that, like about how you determine what becomes a song. Let's say something happened, you know, you was outside or whatever. You ever come across those situations where you was just out chilling, something happened, you saw something and you're like, I'm gonna write a song about that?
Sometimes, I mean, I get inspiration from a little bit of everything. It could just be a conversation, and it could be like just one sentence that was said in that conversation that really resonated with me when I'm talking to somebody, or you know, like you said, I'm outside, I might have seen something and it might have inspired a line or something like that. But really, I just want my music to be relatable at the end of the day. So, you know, they say art imitates life. Life imitates art too at this point. So, I get my inspiration from life, and I feel like if it's real, then it's good enough for me to put it out.
And that's what
becomes a song. You know, if it's authentic to me, and I feel like other people could relate to it, then I put it out.
What about production? You know, what about beats?
I'm very picky with my beats.
Lord help.
I'm very picky.
Lord help, and we know. No, it's good. That's good though. That's
for
good.
The producers out there that have sent me beats, and either I didn't do nothing to it or I didn't get back to you, I'm sorry, but I'm picky. You feel me? Like, it's nothing personal at all. I have a certain vibe. I got a certain sound, and you know, we'll figure it out somewhere down the line. But I got a certain just vision for the way I want my music to sound.
I think that's a good point though, that what you just did. You know, any producers that sent me anything, nothing personal.
It's not, I promise.
On the flip side of that, right? It's always good to study who you're trying to market to. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, to your producers out there, make sure
you
know your audience.
Make sure y'all know, you know
what the
study what I do.
Absolutely.
And don't just study what I do and try to duplicate it. Try to take it to the next level, because I don't ever want to make the same thing twice. You know, so I want to keep my vibe and my energy. I want to stay true to myself, but I always want to progress.
Facts. I like that. I like that. Don't try to duplicate it, elevate it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I like that.
My guy. All right.
I think it really boils down to the way I was raised. You know, I was raised by my mother and a God-fearing Christian grandmother, and she just wasn't playing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned quick. I just once I got popped, you know, you ain't had to pop me another time. You know what I'm saying? I learned quick. So I don't know. I always kept a vision on the straight and narrow path. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. I done did my shit, you know, but
anybody out there that says that they're perfect, we already know your ass lying.
Cap. But it's not easy to not go down that route, you know, but I'm here. So
does being a father help?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Keep that focus.
Definitely keep
you know. And the reason why I ask, because there's people out here that are parents that just be
doing their thing,
wilding.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like so. How is that? You know, having a daughter.
Yeah, I care about everything when it comes to her. So I'm not trying to jeopardize my freedom. For one, you know, I'm not trying to jeopardize having to be away from her for that type of reason. You know, I already got to do it for music and work and stuff like that. So I'm definitely not trying to be in a jail cell or something like that, or in a grave. No. So that's, you know, keep that same energy. That's where I'm at.
I know what to say. Keep that same energy.
That's where I'm at with it, for real. Like, it's just some people, just make decisions and don't think 10 steps ahead. You know, I'm guilty of it too sometimes, for sure. But for the most part, I try to think ahead. You know, it's chess, not checkers. So.
And so, right now, young kid, even somebody your age, because you're young, they were to tune in to see this interview. What piece of advice would you want to leave out there?
Stay true to yourself. And really find out what that is actually.
Mm-hmm.
Find what yourself is, like find yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you gotta create yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
So just trust your intuition. Find your own lane and stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do music, do music. If you want to be a photographer, be a photographer. It's the sky's the limit.
Facts. So, with that being said, switch back to being an artist, entrepreneur, designer. What kind of sacrifices have you had to make, and that you feel going forward are necessary to elevate where you want to be?
Yeah, I've had to sacrifice a lot of time with family and loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
particularly my daughter. I had to sacrifice a lot of time with her. I feel like in the future I'm gonna just have to keep sacrificing more of the leisure things, the things that I quote unquote enjoy, in order to focus on what's important. Because it's easy to get distracted.
Yes.
It's very easy to get distracted.
It is very
young,
easy to get
black, lit.
Providing the vibe.
Providing the vibe. Little good looking. So it's easy to get distracted out here, but I'll try to stay focused.
Stay focused. You got this.
Try to stay focused.
So speaking of, I was hoping that time would be in there as far as one of your answers, as far as sacrifice. So, when it comes to time, how valuable, right, is time to you? Like the concept of time, really. How valuable is it?
I'm honestly learning more and more I know time is valuable, but the more and more I'm on this journey in the music industry and just life in general, I'm starting to realize how valuable time is. You gotta really capitalize on every second. You really don't have no time to waste.
Mm-hmm.
We all on the clock at this point, so it's like whatever you want to get done in this time frame, you either gonna get it done or you not, and it's up to you. And time is important.
Mm-hmm.
Time is one of the most valuable currencies. Time and attention.
Absolutely. Time is currency.
Yeah. Time is money.
Time is money, as they always have said. And the older I get to, the more I realize it just as much as you are realizing it for yourself. So, what are some of the things that you do to try to, manage your time and make sure that you're optimizing, if it's free time, downtime, you know what I'm saying? What are things that you do to try to manage your time?
Lists are very helpful for me. Like I need to have a list of what I need to do,
Mm-hmm.
like a to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
Like otherwise, I'll try to make a list in my head and everything's gonna get scattered.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very helpful for me, just being more organized like that and asking for help.
There you go.
from
There you go.
And just other people that genuinely want to support and just give me feedback and stuff like that, asking for help, definitely.
Sweet. So to close this thing out, if you had an opportunity where a mass amount of fans could do one thing for you, supportive-wise, what would it be?
That's a very good question. Just understand that if you supporting me, you're not just supporting me. You feel me? You support my family, support my daughter. You know, so every stream, every time you buy a lighter, every time you buy a shirt, that helps. You know, it really helps. So I just want y'all to understand that, you know, the independent grind is not an easy one. So every dollar helps, every piece of support helps, and that's all I can really ask for, just genuine support.
And where would the people go?
Where would they go? KeebOnline.com.
There we go.
Nowhere else. You feel me?
KeebOnline.com.
KeebOnline.com. You know, we lit. Go check it out. We got everything on there.
Well, I appreciate you for sitting down with me during this busy ass weekend.
For having me.
And y'all look forward to more with my guy Keeb.
Yeah.
He's got big things coming. We about to put in some work.
Yeah. Make sure y'all tap in with Get Lifted Entertainment, Mother Media Group. You know.
We all out here doing our thing.
Yep. Appreciate you. We out.
We out. We out. We out.